Query parameters. See, sometimes the data can be like this. This is a path parameter. You are specifying that one. Sometimes the data can also be like this. Instead of one, sometimes it can also be like this.
Question mark.
After slash student, you will have question mark.
Question mark. ID.
After slash student, you will have question mark. Then you will have something like a roll number equal to 1. Tell me, question mark, roll number equal to 1. This should also display the details of which student?
First student.
First.
Sometimes it can be like this. So anything starting with question mark, we call it as a query parameter. So here, question mark you told, roll number is starting with question mark. So roll number is a query parameter. In the same way, sometimes it can also be like this. It's not like you will have only one query parameter. Sometimes you can also have multiple query parameters. Roll number is 1 and multiple query parameters will be present with and symbol and name equal to Raju. Tell me, this line should display the details of a person whose roll number should be 1 and his name should also be what?
Raju.
Means if both the details are matched, then only display the output. Otherwise, it will not work. And means there should be a person who should be having the roll number as 1, who should also be having the name as Raju. So that is the meaning. So we can have a single query parameter like roll number or multiple query parameters like this. So you can have single or multiple query parameters. Now, how to basically handle both? Listen to this. We will comment of this. Maybe this part I will comment it. So that is path parameter. Now a new content, which is query parameter. So within the browser router, again routes within this route. Within this route. Listen, students. Now tell me, what should I tell? What's the path I have to tell here? Students, this is what I need to implement. This is what I need to implement. Can I tell directly like this? If I tell directly like this, is it correct or not correct?
It's not correct.
Remember, query parameter, you should not tell it directly. Remove it. So apart from query parameter, which is the remaining path, which is constant?
Student.
Till there only you have to tell it. You should not tell this. Sir, then what about query parameter? We will write it here. You need not worry about that. Okay, good. Now, path equal to student. So I will tell element equal to, let me call the same component, which is nothing but student data. I will call the same component, which is nothing but student data. Perfect. Now, when you go to slash student, it will go to student data component. Save it. In that student data component. Okay, so we already wrote some code. Let's not do the modification. So let me just create one more new component for that. So new file, student query, means student component which will work with query parameter. So I will display a message like hello. Now here I should navigate to student query parameter. Perfect. Now you see slash student, it got displayed. But we should also work with, but this is a normal path parameter. So we should work with query parameter. Now query parameter. So in the browser, I would tell question mark. I will tell question mark. So after telling question mark, maybe I will tell something like roll number equal to 1. Like this I will type. I will click enter. Now I should get the details of the first student. So next again, details of second student. So like that, I need to basically get the output. Tell me, control is coming to this component. But in this component, did you write the logic anywhere? In this component, did you write the logic anywhere to
No.
extract that information present in a query parameter?
No.
Students, did you write any logic to extract the data from a query parameter here?
No.
No. Tell me, what is the name of the query parameter I have typed in the browser?
Roll number.
So from roll number, I have to extract the data. So how to extract the data from a query parameter? So that is when you will use one more function, which is use search params. So I will tell import use search params. Remember that was use params. Now this function is use params or use search params.
Use search.
Use params will help you to get the path parameter information. So use query parameters will help you to get which data information?
Query parameter.
Use params for path parameter, use search params for query parameter. Now within this, how to exactly use that particular function? This syntax is exactly like use state. It's exactly like use state. You will tell use state. Sorry, syntax exactly like use state means you have to tell use search params. Now tell me, use state was giving you an array. Within that array, you were using what and what? You were using what and what?
Variable name and
Variable and a function. Same thing here as well. So this will also give you a variable. Any variable name you can give. I will tell info. It will also give you a function. What is the name of the function I will use? Set info. Now, what is the use of this variable and a function? I will tell you. Now, this variable will actually store the query parameter information. So that query parameter information will be actually kept in the variable you created. In my case, I created the variable info. So how to extract it? Listen to this. Tell me, if I tell info contains which query parameter name?
the roll number.
Dot. There is one method with the name get. To get method, I will tell roll number. That's it. So whatever the query parameter information you pass, that will be basically present in the parameter or the variable you created for user search params. Now I'm telling get of roll number means
Getting the
whatever is there with the roll number query parameter, that corresponding value I will get it. Now, after getting the value, I want to store that particular value. So after getting the value, I want to store that value. So let me give the name of I need to store in a variable. Let me give the name of the variable to be something like student, or I will tell yes, roll number, which is student roll number. Maybe for checking purpose, let me also print it. So console.log yes roll number. So let's check whether yes roll number is exactly printing that query parameter value like 1, 2, 3, 4 or not. Right click, inspect, console tab. Students, you see what is present here in the top?
1.
That 1 got printed. Can you see that?
Yes, sir.
Say suppose I will tell 2. If I click enter, now can you see what got printed?
2.
2. So basically we are getting or we are basically accessing the query parameter information. Now we can try to display the same logic. We can write the same logic. So this student data, student info, again, I will store it in this particular query parameter component. Here I will be storing it. Again, now, same logic. So first I will use a map function. So return. So I will tell a map function. So I will tell student info dot map. This will take one function. I will pass the parameter I. Now this I will point to every object. I need to access the roll number by telling student roll number key. I will tell if whatever is there in yes roll number, if it is equal to I dot student roll number. So that is when I will return the details of that particular student. Maybe the same thing we can get it from there itself. I will return the details of that student. Any doubt in this?
No, sir.
Students clear?
Yes, sir.
Remaining.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let's check it. You see, you already got it. So roll number equal to 2, second student. Roll number equal to 3, third student. Roll number equal to 4. Sorry, we don't have that student. So I will tell 1. You see, first student. See, we have actually got this data. Now, this is how you need to exactly work with query parameter. So remember,
Sir, this is normally when we are working on dynamic sites, where when we click on details, we
that's
get
what here we are typing it manually. So when you click
manually.
on
Yes, sir.
when you click on when you click on some button kind of thing, this will get.
Yes, sir. This is very effective, sir. These things
Yes.
happen.
Yes. Okay. Now, students, this we were working with only one query parameter. Now, how to work with multiple query parameter? Means I will also tell and name equal to Raju. Now tell me, how many query parameters I'm passing here?
2.
Which are those two?
Roll number and name.
Roll number and name. But what are we extracting here only?
Roll
Roll
number.
number.
I will copy the same thing. I will also extract. What is the next thing I need to extract?
Name.
So after extracting, I'll store it in one variable. So the name of the variable is yes name. Done. After extracting, I will store it in yes name. Now tell me, I want to display the details based on only one condition, or I have to look for one more condition and then display the results.
For both conditions.
I have to look for both. So I will tell
And
the roll number should match and
name.
it should also match
S
with
name.
So whatever is there in S name should be equal to I dot. What is the key we need to access?
Student name.
Student.
So I will tell I dot student name. That's it. Then only I will display it. Students, roll number 1, name equal to Raju. Do we have any student with that combination?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
We will get it. But roll number equal to 2, name equal to Raju. Do we have any student with that combination?
No.
No.
Some mistake.
They are searching on Google, I think. Sometimes search goes undefined. It should be
Not like that. No. Students, are you getting the output now?
No.
No. So we are getting an error. We are not getting anything because no student details has been matched. I will tell 3. Now again, are we getting something? No. But when I tell 1, then only I will get the details. So hope all of you are understanding how to work with a single query, how to work with a single query parameter, how to work with multiple query parameters. Hope all of you are getting some idea. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So single query parameter, sorry. Path parameter, you can access it by using which function?
Path param.
Path parameter you can access using which function?
Path params.
Use params. Query parameter with?
Use search params.
Perfect. Now, okay, sir. Here we understood what is the use of this variable. Because of this variable, we can access the details of a query parameter. Then what is the use of this function? You might be having a doubt. Yes or no?
So to set link manually, dynamically on our own.
So what is the use of this function set info? So let's try to understand what is the use of that particular function. Say suppose I'll create one button. Why this is giving error? Okay, we need to have a common parent. So I will create one div tag and have a common parent. Now everything. First I will create the parent, then I will do it. So I will create one div tag. Paste it. So this has to get evaluated, then I will use flower bracket. Now, we are getting the details of the student. Perfect. Now, I'll create one button. The name of the button is something like change. Perfect. Now, I listen to on click. I'll tell on click. I'll call one function. The name of the function is change it. But change it is not there. I have to create it. So I can tell function change it. Now in this function, what is that? What is that I need to basically implement? Now remember, what is the use of this set info? This set info is basically used to set the query parameter. So if you want to create a query parameter, that is when you will use that. How? So I will tell set info. I want to set one query parameter. Within the object format, you have to tell. That is, I want to set one query parameter. And the name of that query parameter is something like city. I will give it as Bangalore. So what will happen? As of now, in the browser, we have this as the query parameter. Roll number equal to 1, name equal to Raju. So as soon as I click on this button, this entire query parameter will be changed to what syntax? That entire query parameter will be changed to what query parameter?
City,
With what value?
Bangalore.
Let me click. Can you see on the top it's changed?
Yes, sir.
Sir,
So,
once again, can you explain?
So what is the use of this function? This function is used for us to navigate to a different query parameter. It's useful for us to navigate to a different page. How? To set that function, I'm using set info. Within that, in the form of an object, you have to tell where key will be the query parameter name. This will be its value. So what is the query parameter I'm giving?
City,
What is the value I'm giving?
Bangalore.
So the meaning is you got Raju details. So when I click on this change button, from this query parameter page, you will navigate to one more query parameter page where city is Bangalore. Okay, na?
Okay.
So that happens when you click on which button?
Change button.
Change.
So when you want to navigate,
But
or
sir,
when you
output,
want to
why
move,
output is not coming?
huh?
Sir, why output is not coming?
City equal to Bangalore. Do we have any data configured?
So yes, sir, we have, but sir, we have multiple data.
We are just navigating it city equal to Bangalore. But city equal to Bangalore, we are not writing any logic to display.
Okay, sir. We are not checking it.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Okay. So others, so if you want to navigate from one page with one query parameter to another page with another query parameter, so that is when you will use this particular function, which is coming from use search params. Clear or not clear?
Yes, sir.
Remaining students understood the meaning?
Yes, sir.
Yes, it's simple. It's not too much confusing. Okay. Any questions anybody wanted to ask, you can ask.
Sir, in this you're not adding CSS.
What, ma?
And for this beautification, can we add CSS also, sir?
Like which part, where you want the CSS, ma?
No, sir. I'm very new to this React. I don't know. So I'm asking, like, if we want any beautification, like this for name is equals to Raju, that type of things we can add here.
You can add CSS, ma. Here,
Yes, sir.
you can add, ma. You can use external or internal CSS, okay?
Okay, sir.
So I will create one CSS file. Right click, new file. I will give the name of the CSS file, or already we have one CSS file, index.css.
Yes, sir.
I will use it. Okay, some code will be there. It's okay. You can remove it. Now, what I will do in index.css, tell me, ma, all these three things are present with which tag?
H2.
I will tell H2. I will give the color as red. But anywhere it's getting applied?
No.
Because this index.css, did you connect anywhere in this file?
No.
No. On the top, how to connect? Import. You just tell import. And tell the name of the CSS file you want to import. Which CSS file you want to import?
Index.cs.
But you have to tell the path. Dot means current folder. Which is the current folder in which I'm working?
Source, SRC.
In that SRC only you have index.css, na?
Yes, sir.
So in the current folder / index.css. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Now working?
Yes.
You can use like this, or I will comment it. So you can also use something called as external CSS. Okay.
Okay. Sir.
Sorry, internal CSS, inline CSS. So how? Only for this H2 I want to give. You can tell something called as style. So this flower bracket is for evaluation purpose. Within this, all the styles you require should be told in an object format. So I will create one object where I will tell font size will be the key. 100 pixel will be the value. Can you see?
Yes.
So you can also use inline CSS if you want, or you can use external CSS. If you use inline CSS, make sure all the CSS properties you will be passing it in the object format. Okay, na?
Okay. Sir.
In the form of a key value pair. Perfect. Others, anybody have any questions to ask? Others, any questions anybody have?
No, sir.
So finally, you got some idea how to work with query parameter and also how to work with what parameter?
Path parameter.
Path parameter. Perfect. Now, listen to this. Next one. Students, I will type / some random data. Is this a valid path according to my application, or this is an invalid path?
Invalid.
If I click enter, you are getting blank. But tell me, whenever you are working with invalid path, should you get the output as a blank page, or should you get a output something like page not found?
Page not found.
Yes. So when you type invalid path, websites will give you something like page not found. So how to implement such kind of scenario? Very simple. So I will go to index.js because that is the place where you need to write. So what I will do? Tell me, this is the route for which path? This is the route for which path?
Student.
Student. Now I need to write the path for invalid data. Is it possible for me to write? Is it possible for me to create all the combinations of invalid data like this?
No, sir.
No.
No. So there should be a single route tag which should be able to handle all the invalid path. Yes or no?
Yes.
How to exactly use that? So what you will do, you will just tell star. You will just tell what? / star. Or you can normally tell star. So star means you specify any paths. Apart from these paths, if you try to visit some other path, then automatically this route will get executed. Okay, na?
Yes, sir.
Now, I will tell me, whenever you type, see, you have only one path here, but you can have any number of paths. So all the paths that you have created, apart from those, if you try to enter some other invalid path, then control will come to which component? Control will come to which route? First or second?
Second.
Second.
So you can have any number of route, but apart from this, if you specify some other path which is not at all matching with the route, then the control will come to this route where you have the value as star. So here I will call one component page not found component. So in the src, right click, new file, I will create one component with the name page not found.js, RFCE. So inside this particular file, I'll display a simple message telling within the h3 tag or within the h2 tag telling page or the requested page. So I'll print a message like the requested page exists or the requested page doesn't exist.
Doesn't exist.
Doesn't exist. The requested page doesn't exist. Save it. I will click enter. But anywhere is it working?
No.
So let's tell.
Component, element.
Okay. So element equal to which component I need to call?
Page not found.
Page not found. Now working?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So I will type invalid path, any invalid path. But if you type a valid path like student, will it come to page not found component or it will go to the corresponding component?
Corresponding.
Can you see? Slash student means, we told a slash student means this component. So in that component, we just displayed a button. Okay, na?
Okay.
Yes.
If it's a valid path, it will go to that particular component. See, I will tell question mark roll number equal to 1, name equal to Raju. You see, you got the data. But if I type some invalid name, does a student exist with this?
No.
But this time, are we getting any page not found component?
Oh, we are not getting.
So are we getting any page not found component this time?
No.
Because a student component exists.
Ma, which path is valid? This is the entire path you told. Tell me, the problem is with the path or the problem is with the query parameter?
With the query parameter.
But the path is proper only, na? Slash student, that path exists or it doesn't exist in your application?
It exists.
It exists. So that is getting executed. Okay, na?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
That's it. But the problem is with the query parameter. Understood?
Yes.
The question is how to handle a query parameter which is invalid. Can you people guess what can be the syntax?
So inside a student component.
Now, I want you people to think, how do I need to handle an invalid query parameter? Where should I write it?
So if it is related to student, then it should be
When will the
routing
control
inside.
come to else part? When the control come to else part?
When the query parameter is invalid.
When the condition is false.
When will the condition be false? If the matching is happened or if the matching is not happened?
Matching did not happen.
When the matching will not happen, whenever you type a invalid roll number or whenever you type a invalid name, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
That time matching will not happen. Control will come to else. So now which component I need to call?
Page not
Oh,
found.
control will come to else, but I want to print a message on the browser. Then how to write that logic? If I just tell something like page not found component, if I just write that write like this, will it be automatically called if you write like this inside a else block?
Yes, sir.
If I call a component within the condition like this, will that component be automatically called? That is my question. I'll click enter. Getting called?
No.
No. Again, few will tell, sir, tell return once, na? Yes or no?
So navigate, we have to
How many times it's giving the output?
3 times.
Because how many times the loop will run? Map function.
okay, 3 times.
3
For
times.
all the 3 times it couldn't match, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Times it's giving. But does it? But that's not correct, na?
Yes.
Because tell me, else block will run 1 time or 3 times?
So
Students,
3 times. Sir, outside map, you can set.
you have 3 students. So the first condition will be true or false. If I enter a name like this,
Yes, sir.
False.
for the first student, it will not match. Else part will execute. It will print it. Now again, second student, will it match the name again?
No.
No.
Again, else block means there are 3 students. For all the 3 students, this doesn't match. So this else block will execute how many times?
3 times.
3
So
times.
keep
will
it
be there.
outside map function,
But
sir.
I will remove else block directly. Now is it valid?
So
Tell
still
me.
it is inside map function, sir.
Okay, Sahil is telling it's inside the map function. So it's inside the map function. Should I keep it
Outside.
inside or outside?
Outside.
If I keep it in the map function, every time it will run the same thing. Maybe if I run it,
Yes.
can you see the same thing again?
Yes, sir.
Students, you tell else or you don't tell else. It's the same thing now. Anyhow, this will
Yes.
execute. Because if you don't write else block, this automatically belongs to else block. Yes or no?
Yes, sir. So outside map it will work.
Students, you should write this within the map or outside the map.
Outside.
Okay. Remaining students, if you write within the map is running 10 times. This also 10 times it will execute. Means the same component will be called 10 times. Is it correct?
No.
So what I will do, I'll just keep it outside the map. But return,
Return
it's getting
not
highlighted. See that
Sir, return is not required, sir.
outside, you can remove it.
Yes,
Now
sir.
working?
Yes, sir.
Students working?
Yes, sir.
But the problem is this button is still visible now.
Yes, sir.
Why this is visible?
It is also a part of the page.
Because of slash student, it will call student component. And because of this, it will call page not found. It will call both the components, right?
Yes, sir.
Remaining students listening?
Yes, sir.
Now, how can we make sure only this will be called? How can we make sure only page not found will be called?
So we can create new component link we can set. So in navigate, we can navigate to.
Sir, we can move the button inside the return statement. So when the condition is true, the button will return.
So we can use navigate, sir. That is also possible. We can navigate to page not
use
found.
navigate also, I will explain it.
Yes, sir. That will also be possible, sir.
So, but button, if you keep it inside the map, Abhinav, it will execute those many number of times again. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So that is a problem again.
Okay.
Students.
So we can set a component inside. We can set a router path related to page not found element. And use navigate. We can use navigate to navigate to page not found.
But use page not found, it's not having any path there to navigate.
So we can set a path.
Okay, what Sahil is telling now. So we will create one more component with the name route path equal to slash. The path equal to something like slash invalid. So when the control goes to this path, I will call one component. So which component? Maybe I will give it as query param.js. RFCE. So here I would display a simple message using h2 tag. So telling like invalid query parameter info. I will print this message. So here I will tell query param. So whenever the control goes to this path, it will automatically call which component?
Query param.
Query param. So now you are currently in this file. So from here, we will navigate to /invalid. When we navigate to /invalid, at the time this component will be called, yes or no?
Yes.
But still the student component will be called or not?
Yes, sir.
It will be called.
Okay, we
So
will
we can
also
call it inside student component. Routing can be done inside
student component only we are writing now, Sahil. Now,
routing is not
so
possible.
I will tell use navigate.
Yes, sir.
Use navigate. Can you directly use it?
No, sir.
If you can tell use navigate, I will navigate to which path? /
Invalid.
but this is getting recognized or not recognized?
No, sir.
Not
In
recognized.
white color, not recognized. So keep within flower brackets. Is it working? Open page source. Is it working if I type invalid? No. It's telling the syntax is invalid itself. Use navigate, all these things. Use navigate, use state, all these things. Anywhere did we use within the return function until now?
Not so.
We have
No.
learned use state, use effect, use memo, use ref. Did we use all these things within the return or outside the return?
So no, sir. Inside, without, not within return.
Then we cannot
that-
use navigate within the return now again. It's giving an error. You
then-
cannot use those things within the return. It should be directly in the component outside the return function.
So inside component, outside return.
There you have to use any hook or any function like use, starting with
Sir,
use.
No, sir. Navigate we can use.
That's what
May-
Sahil to use it.
Yes, sir.
Where to use it? I'm asking. You only told to navigate again.
So before return, sir, not
If you
inside
tell
return.
here how the flow will work, tell me.
Const, maybe const navigate is equal to.
You will tell, but
Yes, sir.
there should be a certain situation to navigate. If you just write it outside the return, then what is the use?
So it
At
has
what
no
time
use.
it should navigate? We don't know now.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So event, maybe something like we don't have any event.
No. Students, any idea?
So change it like something like that. When we click on change it, then it is possible.
What
On
change?
click. So button click.
Button click I wrote here. What should you write there?
So navigate.
So
Sahil,
can
you
you
have
scroll
to
a
think
little
and
down?
type. Huh?
Can you scroll
Yeah.
a little bit down? Yeah, wait.
So on click event, we can.
Students.
So we have to relate it with page not found component or something like that. But
Sir, inside the map, outside the if condition.
No, you should not write inside the map, Nabhi. We wrote it earlier, na. So inside the map, outside
If condition.
here, here.